Studios Passione is becoming a big name in anime for bringing back two titles. In the past, they produced Season 4 of High School DxD Hero, a title that came with some controversies as for Passion retconned the ending for Season 3 and also changed the character's design drastically. And more recently, they brought us a horror classic in a back-to-back Season 3 and 4 for the legendary Higurashi. Here the characters also underwent some design changes and the show looks brighter overall. Nevertheless, they kept the gore and violence that made the classic Higurashi so popular. Miruko-chan was highly anticipated, and given the history of Passione, I was sure that they would knock it out of the park with this title. And why shouldn't they? Miruko-chan is advertised as a horror comedy with edgy elements. They have done that in the past, right? And as I envision a mix of both DxD and Higurashi without all the nudity of the first one and the gore of the later one. Miruko-chan tells the story of Miko, who one day starts seeing specters. This happens suddenly, and the way she handles it is ignoring it. It is hilarious. We will follow Miko's story from her perspective, as her best friend Hana cannot see them, but she is very special as how she emits a strong aura. Later on, Miko will be joined by a younger girl named Yuria, who has similar powers as Miko. So, did Passione deliver with this title? In my opinion, they did, especially at the beginning. It is hilarious and creepy. The mid-season, however, is its main weakness, because we are following a main story being told from subplots, but no explanation whatsoever on how Miko got her abilities and what she's supposed to do with them. And that is a problem, because behind all of the comedy and the edgy noises in the first half of the season, there is almost nothing but a bunch of short stories. However, they do use the time to build Miko's character, but it's the only one that is properly built. The later part of the season starts giving us some clues about her powers and picks up a bit more, building for it was supposed to be a great finale. Sadly, in that department, it fell short. Let's talk more about the three main characters. Miko is the serious type. She is cold-headed, but sweet in the inside. She cares about her friends and her family. She has a beautiful arc on that side. Her seriousness is what makes the show shine. As for the way she reacts to absurd situations, is hilarious. She is portrayed by Sora Amamiya, who is better known for giving voice to Aqua, the goddess of water in Konosuba, and Shizuru in Rent a Girlfriend. And my impression when I hear Miko is a mix of both of these characters. A brilliant performance. Hana is a sweet girl who sees life simple. She has an outgoing personality, very different from Miko, and brings most of the fan service, especially in the early season. She is Miko's unconditional friend and lives a normal life. She's used as a comedic relief and a reminder of the tone of the world, a very different one from Miko's perspective. Finally, Yuria. Now, Yuria has less screen time, and that was a disappointment for me as she was portrayed by Ayane Sakura, who had a very strong summer season giving life to Tomoe and Saki in two presentations that I reviewed a few months ago, and you can check them out following the links in the description section of this video. Yuria herself is trying to understand her powers and embrace them. This contrast from Miko, who sees them as a curse. Overall, we don't get a lot of opportunities to know the character for she is sidelined a lot across the show. There is almost no supporting cast but the occasional character for a short story. However, the ghost designs are out of this world. They are dark and creepy, and somehow funny. It's easy to see the contrast between their darkness and the brightness of this world. Most of them seem angry and violent, but others seem to be looking for redemption, or just to finish, well, unfinished business. So they are complex, and not simple scary specters that we see floating or crawling around. Passione's animation for this title seems a copy-paste from Higurashi's, and that is fine in my opinion, as for both presentations do look good for a 2021 season anime. There are, however, some weird CG in some of the episodes that look pretty bad. But other than that, transitions are smooth and the mix of bright tones with dark ones are perfectly balanced. I did notice some changes on their character designs. As for previous presentation, they seemed way too bright, to the point that the characters look wet. Now, that has been corrected. These characters look better from other Pasiones work. The OST is good. Nothing too spectacular in my opinion. It is forgettable. But the OP and ED are really strong. Both of them songs are performed by Sora Mamilla, the voice of the MC, and both songs have become instant hits. The OP is very bright, with colors all around, where the main focus is Miko, while the ED, in my opinion, is the best of this entire fall season. Overall, it's a mix of dark and bright tones, exactly as the show is. Here, the main focus are the specters, which are used in a comedic fashion, from start to finish. It's one of those animes that most of you won't skip any of these sequences. Both of them are brilliant. Miruko-chan is not a creepy horror story, but one that will make you laugh for the absurdity of the personality of one character, the main character, Miko. One of the best performances of this fall season. However, some episodes are just short stories that even if they help to build the character of Miko, it took away from the other characters and the main plot. At the end, it left me with a taste of wanting more, but more of something else of the same story, as that itch for explanations has not been scratched. For those reasons, for me, Miruko-chan is a 7 out of 10. One of the best stories of this season, and one that I can recommend to all kinds of audiences. So tell me, did you like Miruko-chan? Do you like light tone comedy horror or a little bit darker? Let me know in the comment section down below. Guys, thank you all so much for watching. Like the video if you did, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Join the Discord for free. The link is in the description section down below. And as always, I wish you all a wonderful day.